Hi everyone, welcome back to CA Foundation Principles and Practice of Accounting class. We're in session 20. We're done with entire chapter 1 and entire chapter 2. So today we're doing chapter 3. Yeah, in fact we started this chapter 3 bank reconciliation statement yesterday. So what we're going to do today is we're going to quickly revise whatever we discussed with regard to bank reconciliation statement in the previous lecture. And then I will continue to give few examples and then we'll do problems on that. And once you get a good hold on that, then we can definitely go take the problems from ICI material which have been given in your HS material. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do in the current session. Yeah, so before I take you any ahead, I hope you people are sitting there idle for a minute before you continue today's lecture. So I'm telling it to you even on the 20th session because that's something that's very important, is what I feel on my personal note. So all I want you to do is pause the video, keep your eyes closed, and then maintain a minute silence to bring you back, bring yourself back into the place where you're saying, bring yourself back into the video, bring yourself back into the subject. And then maybe though you're physically here, mentally you might be wandering at a lot of places. And there might be a lot of disturbances because you're not in a very nice environment to read like classroom. House is always different from classroom. You get that? So all you're going to do is bring yourself back. Yeah. So that's something that I want you to do on a daily basis. Yeah, please inculcate the habit and then do it. It's going to help you a lot when you start writing exams and when you start going through a stressed phase in your educational career. Yeah, it has helped me a lot. So that's the reason I am insisting you people to do the same. Yes? Okay, come on. Let's quickly revise whatever we discussed with regard to bank reconciliation statement yesterday. The first and foremost thing that I told you is what exactly is bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement, as the name says, is a statement. It's a statement and it is not an account. It's a statement and not an account. Then the question is, why do we prepare bank reconciliation statement when it is a statement and not an account? Because our subject is revolving around accounts. Is that so? Yeah. The next question is, why do we prepare BRS? The answer was pretty simple. BRS is prepared to reconcile. Yeah. Why do we prepare BRS? BRS, bank reconciliation statement, is prepared to reconcile. What do we reconcile or what do we mean by reconciliation? Reconciliation means knowing the reason for differences. Knowing the reason for differences. Why do we want to know the reason for differences? We want to check if any of those differences are errors. If any of those differences are errors. So we identify the differences and we check if there is any errors in those differences, and if there are any errors, we want to rectify the same. So the objective of preparation of bank reconciliation statement is reconciliation and rectification. Reconciliation and rectification. Differences, two categories. Differences, two categories. One, error, other one, not an error. Error, rectification, not an error, reconciliation. That's what we do. You get that? If it is error, we need to rectify. If it is not an error, but still it causing difference, we need to reconcile the same. So that's what we're gonna do in this particular chapter. Yeah. So then we discussed what do we reconcile between. Now when you say differences should be between two items, isn't it? So what are the two items that we're going to discuss about? So two items that we're going to discuss about is bank balance. But bank balance, isn't it just one item? Yes, it might just seem like it's one item, but it is not. Now, the bank balance that we are going to talk about is bank balance as per account holder versus bank balance as per banker. And there are two people involved with respect to bank. One, me or you, the account holder who has an account with a specific bank. The next one is the banker who is particularly maintaining the same. So, whatever the accounting I do, whatever the accounting the banker does, there might be some differences. There might be some differences because of the two different perspectives involved, because of difference in the time at which we see things. I might see certain things before the banker. Banker might see few things before me. Or lastly, both of us being human beings, either of us can do mistakes which will lead to difference between my balance and his balance. Possible? Definitely possible. Done? Taking it ahead. Now, whenever we say account holder's perspective, say prepare bank balance, it is called as bank balance as per cash book. I'll repeat, from the perspective of the account holder, whatever we prepare can be regarded as bank balance as per cash book. Bank balance as per cash book. Now, I'm saying bank balance, I'm saying cash book. You're wondering, sir, how is this both connected? The answer is pretty simple. Whenever we use this word bank balance as per cash book, our reference is to bank balance in the triple column cash book. That is, in the triple column cash book, there will be three columns: bank, cash, and discount. So I'm referring to bank column, three column cash book. You get that? So bank balance as per cash book means bank column of three column cash book. Next thing, what is it that we're referring to when we use this word bank balance from the perspective of the banker? From the perspective of the banker, bank balance is arrived at using a statement called as passbook. What do you use the statement as? Passbook. Now what do you mean by passbook? Passbook is an extract of the account holder's account, the way it appears in the banker's book. Now in the banker's book, it will be appearing an account of yours. Now banker wants to show how does it appear in his book. So he gives you a book which if you take it to him, he will print the way your account, the way your ledger is appearing in his books and then give it back to you. That is passbook. Do you get that? Now the bank balance as per passbook and bank balance as per cash book might be different. Might be, I'm not telling it should be different. It might be different. So whenever there is differences, what is it that we should do? See, we discussed this yesterday, extract of account holder's ledger. Now, whenever there is differences, we need to know what are the reasons for differences. So the first and foremost thing that we did is reasons for differences. So what are the reasons for differences? The first one, checks issued but not deposited. I have issued the check to someone and that particular person has not deposited the check with the banker. Possible? So I wrote it here. See, I have a supplier from whom I purchased goods. When I purchased goods from him, I gave him a check. When I gave him that check, he has not yet deposited with the banker. So this check what I have issued has cost what? I would have written an entry saying that purchase account debit to check account or bank account. When I read purchase account debit to bank account, my bank balance has gone down according to me. Whereas according to the banker, there is no difference in the balance. The banker will reduce the bank balance when he receives the check by himself. And then he clears the payment. Only then he will reduce it. So according to us, the bank balance has gone down. According to the banker, the bank balance has not yet reduced. So this is the primary reason for difference. You get that? So what is the name of this difference? The name of this difference is checks issued but not deposited. Or it can be a possibility that our supplier has an account with some other bank and we have an account with some other bank. Possible? More likely possible. It's not like this one bank and all of us have account in the same bank. So there is our supplier has account with Kotak Mahindra Bank. I have an account with Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Now when I purchase goods from my supplier, I gave him a check and check headed as Lakshmi Vilas Bank and I gave it to my customer. I gave it to my supplier. My supplier will not take it to Lakshmi Vilas Bank. My supplier will take the check to the bank in which he has the account. He will take it to Kotak Mahindra Bank and then deposit there. Kotak Mahindra Bank will take the picture of the check and then they send it, not on WhatsApp. Okay, they take a picture of the check and then they send it to Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Lakshmi Vilas Bank will deduct the money from my account and then give it to Kotak Mahindra Bank. Now what has happened? My supplier has received the check from me and he has given goods to me. I have given the check to my supplier. My supplier takes the check and then deposits with Kotak Mahindra Bank. Kotak Mahindra Bank will say that I will deposit this check on Monday because today is Saturday. Assume that is the case what Kotak Mahindra Bank says. Now the check has been issued and the check has been deposited. I have issued the check to supplier. My supplier has deposited the check with the banker, but my banker has not yet cleared the check. Checks issued and deposited but not cleared. I'll repeat, checks issued and deposited but not cleared. Whenever there are checks issued and deposited but not cleared, this will again lead to difference. Between bank balance as per cash book and bank balance as per passbook. So that is the point that we wrote yesterday. Yeah, can I show it to you now? Come on, see this. What is the first reason for difference? Checks issued but not deposited, or checks issued and deposited but not cleared. The second reason for difference. Similarly, when I issue check to someone, someone else also will give check to me. Why will someone else give check to me? The goods that I bought from my supplier, I didn't keep those goods with me forever. The goods that my supplier gave me, I will not keep it with me forever. I will sell it to someone. So the goods that my supplier gave me, I have sold it to someone. When I sell my goods to that person is supposed to pay me money. He also believes in digital India. He didn't want to give cash. He gave me a check. He also gave me a check. So my customer gave me a check. So when the customer gives me the check for sale of goods, what is the journal entry I should pass? Bank account debit to sales account. So when I wrote bank account debit to sales account, what has happened? The check has been received. But my Lakshmi Vilas Bank doesn't have an idea that I have received the check. Will they increase my balance? No. When will they increase? When I deposit the check with them. So check received, my cash book balance increased. Not yet deposited, passbook balance didn't increase. Is there a difference? Yes, there is difference. Is there a difference? Yes. So check received, cash book increased. Not yet deposited, passbook balance didn't increase. Check received, cash book balance increased. Not yet deposited, passbook balance didn't increase. There is difference. This is what? Check received but not deposited. Checks received but not deposited. Then further, I can tell it to you little ahead. Okay, I have received the check from my customer. I have deposited with my Lakshmi Vilas Bank. But Lakshmi Vilas Bank has not yet cleared the check. Why? Because my customer has an account with Yes Bank. My customer has an account with Yes Bank. He has given me an Yes Bank check. Now, I took it and deposited with Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Now, Lakshmi Vilas Bank should go to Yes Bank to clear the check. Should go to Yes Bank to clear the check, or should send a picture of that. Yeah, you get that? They usually go by that. Yeah. So now tell me, there will be some time lag between here. Yeah, check has been received and deposited, but not cleared. Check has been received, cash book increase, deposited, not yet cleared. So the passbook didn't increase. Is there a difference? Yes, there is difference. So what is the second reason for difference? So the second reason for difference is checks received but not deposited, or checks received and deposited but not cleared. Checks received and deposited but not cleared. If the checks have been issued and cleared, there will be no difference. If the checks have been deposited and cleared, there will be no difference. See, if the checks are cleared, for payment, what will happen? Cash book also will increase, passbook also will increase, or cash book also decreases, passbook also decreases. There is increase or decrease in both. That will lead to no difference. The difference will come when the check is issued but not cleared, or the check is deposited but not cleared. The check is received but not cleared. You get that? But not cleared is there, no? To that extent there will be difference. Now if the checks have been issued to the extent of 10,000, what is the extent of checks given? 10,000 have given checks. Out of the 10,000 checks, no? 8,000 worth checks have been deposited and cleared. 8,000 worth checks have been deposited and cleared. So how much of checks did I issue? 10,000. How much have been deposited and cleared? 8,000. So how much is deposited but not cleared? 2,000. So what is the extent of difference between cash book and passbook? 2,000. Because when I issue the check, my cash book balance will reduce by 10,000. When the check is cleared, my passbook balance also will reduce. When I issued the check for 10,000, my cash book decreased by 10,000. When the checks are cleared for 8,000, my passbook decreased by 8,000. So passbook decreased 8,000, cash book decreased 10,000. I'll repeat, checks issued 10,000, cash book decreased 10,000. Checks cleared 8,000, passbook decreased 8,000. So there is still 2,000 difference. Why? Those are checks issued but not cleared. Checks issued, I have given the checks, but those checks have been not cleared for payment yet. Same will happen with respect to checks received also. You get that? Come on, let us go to next one. Now, because of we doing frequent transaction, what have we done? We have given our customer complete account details. So what does our customer do? Customer will go to bank straight away. Where is it? Oh, here. Our customer will straight away go to bank and then deposit money saying our name. When they do that, what has happened? Our passbook balance has increased. According to the banker, our balance increased. But according to me, I don't know. I don't know that my customer deposited money in my account. So my balance has not increased. So is there a difference? Yes, there is. So what is the reason for difference here? Direct deposit by customer into bank account. What is it? Direct deposit by customer into bank account. Have a look. Direct deposit by customer into bank account. Don't worry about timing, non-timing. I'll explain it to you once again. Done. After that, standing instructions given to banker for payment. What is this? Now I told, no, I'm very busy man now and all. So what I do is, I'll tell my banker, okay, pay my bills. So this is me or this is you telling this. And the banker says, okay. And the banker pays your telephone bill, water bill, electricity bill, insurance bill, gas bill, whatever bill you need to pay. You get that? Monthly premium or monthly maintenance, AMC, any expense. If you just tell them, instruct them to pay, standing instructions if you give, they go on paying. So when they do that, they would have made the payment. So according to the banker, the bank balance would reduce. According to the banker, the bank balance would reduce. But according to you, you have been not aware of this at all. So your bank balance has not at all increased. So according to the banker, I'll repeat, according to the banker, your balance has reduced. Whereas according to you, there is no reduction in the balance. According to the banker, the balance has reduced. Passbook has gone down. But in the cash book, there is no entry. So the cash book balance has not reduced. So is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. Is there a difference? The answer is yes, there is difference. Now, what is this difference for? This difference is arising because it is standing instructions. I'll repeat. This difference is arising because standing instructions is being given to the banker to make payments on your behalf. Standing instructions have been given to the banker to make payments on your behalf. Standing instructions has been given to the banker to make payments on your behalf. Yeah, so that is the reason for difference. Concentrate. Yeah, Standing instructions given to the banker for payments. Next one, direct collections by banker. Now you ask the banker to make payments on your behalf here. Similarly, you can ask the banker to collect money on your behalf. Possible or not? Definitely. So, similar to the case where you ask the banker to make payments on your behalf, you can ask the banker to collect the money on your behalf. When you ask the banker to collect the money on your behalf, it might be, example what I told was dividend. I have shares in Infosys, I have shares in Reliance, I have shares in Tata Motors. Yeah, just to tell you a fun fact, I have shares of Infosys at average of 392 rupees per share. 392. I am not going to tell you what is the latest price. You just go and check as to what is the last traded price of Infosys. So that's a good deal that I got with respect to Infosys. I am really happy every day when I see Infosys share going up. Yeah, okay, fine. So that's just fun fact. Yeah, fact about me. Now look upon this. Now I have shares in Infosys. Now Infosys will declare dividend. There is a time where Infosys declare dividend 4 times a year. Enjoy. However, higher dividend no will give better EVA, economic value added. No, it will become like very favorable. So raining of dividends is what they used to call when Infosys declared dividends, because that year end over they announce dividend, quarter 1 over one more dividend, quarter 2 over one more dividend, quarter 3 like take, enjoy, relax, like full dividend over dividend, like that. That's the amount of dividend that they say Infosys used to give. Yeah. So come on, chill about this. Now I have shares in Reliance, I have shares in Infosys, I have shares in Tata. Now what I do is I need to go to collect the dividend from them, but it's very difficult. No, go in the company, collect dividend and all. So what do? I give my bank account details to these companies, and I tell my banker about the companies in which I have shares. And I tell my banker that okay, if this company announces dividend, no, they're going to give me dividend. You straight away collect it, and then you keep it in my account. I'll take it from you later. So what I'm doing, I will tell these companies my bank details. I'll tell okay, my bank account is there in so and so bank. So and so is my bank account number. Password I'll not tell. Okay, I'll give all the details to my company, all these companies in which I have shares, and I'll tell my banker that I have so many shares in this company, so many shares in that company. All I want you to do is they will issue dividend in my name. When they issue dividend in my name, you collect it and you keep it. You collect it and you keep it. So when I give these instructions to my banker, whenever the dividend is declared, I will not be bothered at all. I can easily be chilling at home, watching Netflix. Yeah. What will the banker do? Banker will collect the dividend. Banker will keep the dividend in my account. You get what I'm trying to tell? But when the banker does this, am I aware of it? No. Till the time I check that message and make the entry, I'm not aware. I'm not talking about what is seeing the message. I'm only talking about transactions that we enter into. I don't initiate the transaction. The transaction is automated. I'm chumma sitting at home and watching Netflix. Infosys declared dividend, bank collected dividend, credited to my account. What? I did anything? No, I didn't do anything. I didn't write dividend, credit, and then bank account debit. I didn't write it. Being dividend received from Infosys, nothing. I never wrote narration. I never wrote journal entry, but automatically money came to my account. When this happened, what happened? My passbook balance increased because my banker straight away collected money. My cash book balance didn't increase. My cash book balance didn't increase. My passbook balance increased. So is there a difference here? Yes, there is a difference. Is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. This difference between passbook and cash book. This difference between passbook and cash book. What is it? It's a difference. I will say it's a timing difference or non-timing. That we'll discuss a little later. So this is the reason for difference. You get this? So what is the reason for difference? The reason for difference is directly collected by banker. Direct collections by banker. Example is dividend. Example is dividend. Usually call this ECS scheme. ECS scheme. Electronic cleared scheme. You get that? Come on. Let us get going. Next one. So I am a human being. I am a human being. You are a human being. Human being do mistakes. Correct or not? So instead of writing one name, I do error of question. I write wrong account. Or I deposited 10,000. I put one more zero there. Or I deposited 970. I wrote 790. So can I do mistakes? Yeah. I can do all these mistakes. I can do all these mistakes. So when I do all these mistakes, still there will be error in cash book. When there are error in cash book, there will be difference. Cash book may there is some error, passbook may there is no error. Can there be difference? Yes. And next one is errors in passbook. Now banker is also human being. Banker also can do mistakes. When the banker does mistakes, what would happen? Again, in the bank books the balance is different. In my books the balance is different. So is that possible? Yes, that is also a reason for difference. Thing that I didn't tell you yesterday, or a couple of things like, when I told you I'll give standing instructions to banker saying okay, pay this or pay that or not. Banker will pay, isn't it? Why will the banker pay? Banker will charge charges. Banking charges. Recorded in passbook only. Now I gave instructions to banker, no, pay my insurance premium, pay my electricity bill, pay my water bill. Banker paid all that. Now, bank is such a big person. Why will he take instructions from me? He doesn't do it free. He doesn't do it free. He will charge me some charges. He will put some charges on me for doing all that. When he does all that, no, we want to deduct bank charges. Will he come to me and knock on my door and say, okay, account holder. He'll knock 3 times. I'll open the door. And then he says, okay, account holder, I have followed all the instructions that you gave. I have been a really nice banker. I have kept your money safe. Can I deduct some bank charges? Will the banker ask me all this? No, he will not ask. What will he do? He will straight away deduct it from my bank balance. My bank balance will be 10,000 rupees. My bank balance will be 10,000 rupees. Assume his banking charges are 100. What will he do? He will straight away from 10,000 deduct 100, make it 9,900. When he does this, the entry is happening in passbook. Passbook mein balance has gone down from 10,000 to 9,900. The cash book I don't know only. You get that my passbook, my cash balance is still 10,000. My cash book balance is still 10,000. Is there a difference? Yes. So what is the reason for difference? Banking charges recorded in passbook only. Done. Next one. So I told you, banker will deduct charges. When the banker deducts charges for he giving me services, I have kept my money with the banker. So till the time I withdraw that money, banker is using that money. It's like this, you have 10,000, you go keep it in the bank. You will withdraw it after 1 year, after 10 years, after 20 years, on your daughter's marriage, or your son's marriage, or your education, your children's education, or for retirement, you withdraw that money. Till then the money is with the bank. So, your hard earned money, or hard stolen money, or money, okay fine, you are a good person, okay. Hard earned money, you kept with the bank and banker is using it. Till the time you ask it back, he is using it. That money is there with the banker for so long. Banker is taking the benefit of that money. So banker should keep me interested in him for keeping my money with the banker. So what should the banker do? Banker will give me interest. For keeping me interested in the banker. I'll repeat. Banker will give me interest for keeping the money with him or for keeping my interest with him. You get that? So for the money that I kept with him, for the time with which money is there, you would give me certain percentage of interest. When the banker has to give me that interest, do you think banker will take that interest money, come to my door and then say knock knock, account holder, 1 second knock knock, account holder, third knock knock, account holder. Then you open the door. Then it's okay, dear account holder, please take your interest. Will the banker say this? The answer is no. Why would the banker say? Banker would not even say ding dong. No. He wouldn't do that. What would he do? He would take the money, put it in your bank account. Your bank balance is 10,000. Assume the interest is 200. He adds it to your existing 10,000. So your passbook balance will become from 10,000 to 10,200. Your passbook, the balance will become from 10,000 to 10,200. He will increase the balance. From 10,000 to 10,200. Did you get what I am trying to tell? But in my cash book, would I make that entry? Not really. I wouldn't be aware of it at all. When I get to know, I would have to pass entry. If I don't initiate the transaction and if I am not recorded, that will lead to difference. So what is this? Interest recorded in passbook only. Yeah, so these are the differences that we discussed. Last two is however covered in ERSA, but okay, it's okay. I wanted to tell it once again. Next, we had a discussion regarding differences. So what are the differences? Differences can be categorized into two. Non-timing differences, timing differences. Non-timing differences, timing differences. Non-timing differences are not errors. Non-timing differences are errors and are not temporary differences. Timing differences are not errors. Non-timing differences are errors. Non-timing differences are not temporary. Timing differences are temporary differences. For timing differences or temporary differences, they'll get cured by time all by itself. Done. We only reconcile them. We don't rectify them. Whereas non-timing differences are errors, they need rectification. And then we classified these into timing and non-timing. Yeah. Checks issued but not deposited, or checks issued and deposited but not cleared. What is this? This will be cured by time also. So these are timing differences. Next, checks received but not deposited, or checks received and deposited but not cleared. What are these? These are again timing differences. Third one, direct deposit by customer into bank account. When the customer has deposited money into bank account, I would have to make that entry in my books. If I have not entered it, this difference will be there forever. This difference will not be cured by time. I'll repeat, this difference will not be cured by time. This difference will stay there forever if you don't rectify. So this is non-timing difference. This is non-timing difference. Done. Next, direct deposit by customer over the standing instructions given to bank. So I have given instructions to banker and my banker has made payments. So the entry has appeared in the passbook and has not appeared in the cash book. By time, this will not be queued. I would have to enter those transactions in my books. If I don't enter, the difference will be there forever. It is not like wait for 1 week and the transaction will pop up in your books. No. So what is it? Standing instructions given to banker make payments is non-timing difference. So is money collected straight away from my banker. My banker has straight away collected money. That would again be what? Non-timing difference, because the entry is not made in cash book. Till the time you don't enter it in cash book, the difference will exist. Done. After that, errors in cash book. If we have made errors in cash book, we need to rectify the same. So there is a non-timing difference. If there is error in passbook, we cannot go make changes in the passbook. So till the time the banker makes the changes in the passbook, only thing that we need to do is wait. So it is time which will cure this error in passbook. It is just time that will cure the difference in passbook. We cannot make entry in passbook. We cannot make entry in banker's books. Banker has to do it. You have to wait. So that is timing difference. And we wrote two more new things today. Banking charges recorded in passbook only. Yeah. Interest recorded in passbook only. So what are these? These are non-timing differences. Why? Because these are clear error of omissions. The transaction has happened, we have failed to record it in cash book. So these are non-timing differences. These need rectification. Done. So this is a quick revision of whatever we did yesterday. You might say, sir, you revised the entire thing what we discussed yesterday. For your good. You get that? So it's very important for you to know. This is the basics of BIS, which is very much important to do problems. So it is okay if you take 20 minutes, 25 minutes revising the entire thing. If it can help us do the problems at a better way, or help us do the problems in a little faster manner, it's always nice. Done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do few questions. Yeah, I'm going to give few illustrations of my own. I'm going to give a few from example problems and we're going to solve them. Yeah. So let's take example. Example number 1. Yeah. Shall I give you example number 1? Okay, concentrate. Following differences were identified between cash book and passbook for the period March 2020. Get that? Okay. I'm going to write the differences. Number 1, checks issued but not cleared, rupees 10,000. Done. Next one, checks received and deposited but not cleared. I'm keeping the question a little simple, so I'm not writing that. Rupees 15,000. Done. Third one, direct deposit by customer into bank account. When I say customer, I am talking about my customer, account holder customer, not the banker's customer. When we say customer, it is not account holder. Customer means the account holder's customer. So direct deposit by customer into bank account, rupees 3,000. Done. Next one, electricity bill paid by banker on standing instructions. Rupees 2,000 recorded only in passbook. It is recorded only in passbook. Cash book, there is no entry yet. Okay. Let us go to 5th one. Dividends directly collected by banker. Yeah, rupees 1,000. This is on behalf of the account holder. You get that? Okay, come on. Let us go to next 6th one. 6th difference. 6th difference, bank charges. Yeah, amounted to rupees 500 was recorded in passbook only. Let us go to the seventh one. Interest of rupees, shall I write 200? 200 was credited by banker in passbook. No entry was made in cash book. So the banker has given us 200 rupees interest. The banker has given us 200 rupees interest, and this 200 rupees interest has been recorded in passbook only. I repeat, the banker has given us 200 rupees interest, and this interest of 200 has been recorded in passbook only, and this interest is not at all recorded in our cash book. Possible? These are the differences. Now I will complete the question. I have just told this. No. Now the completion of the question is to be done. Prepare. What should do? Prepare bank reconciliation statement. Prepare bank reconciliation statement under following cases. Prepare bank reconciliation statement under following cases. Case A. Case A. The case A is basically bank balance as per cash book is rupees 1 lakh. So what is the bank balance as per cash book? Rupees 1 lakh. Then case B. Bank balance as per cash book is overdraft of rupees 1 lakh. What is overdraft? I will explain. Chill. Sir, I don't know how to solve the problem. Obviously, you don't know because I have not taught you it. I am just introducing the question to you. I will explain it in detail. All you have to do is wait, sit back patiently and then listen to this. Yeah? Trust me, you will learn this in a very nice manner that you will not be afraid of solving the problems on BRS. I don't know whether you like the solving problems on BRS in your PU or not, but you will not be hating it after this particular chapter discussion. I'm going to say today and then next couple of next sessions we'll do only this. Once we are done with that, you will no more be afraid of this. Come on. Bank balance as per passbook is rupees. Can I take 80,000? Okay. Bank balance per passbook is rupees 80,000. Next D. Bank balance as per passbook is overdraft of rupees 80,000. That is the end of my question. That is the end of my question. I will give you time to clear the question a little later. Done. So now I want you to concentrate on the word overdraft. What do we mean by overdraft? Now, whenever we have account with the banker, we can have two types of accounts. How many types of accounts? Okay, there are multiple types, but for now I will discuss. Okay. Account. I want it a little thicker. Okay, account with bank can be multiple types. One is savings bank account. The next one is current bank account. Next one is recurring deposit account. Then fixed deposit account. These are the types of accounts. You might have read this in business studies if I'm not wrong. Yeah, in first PUC. If not also, it's okay. So try and understand. What are the types of accounts that you can have with bank? This is not it. There can be a lot of other variants. Primarily four. What is it? Savings bank account. Second one, current bank account. Third one, recurring deposit. Fourth one, fixed deposit. Savings bank is the account that I have, you have, and all of us have. Yeah, so you can deposit any amount of money, you can withdraw any amount of money. That is savings bank. Current bank account is an account only for businessmen. Current bank account is an account for businessmen. Now, in your savings bank account, if you deposit 10,000 rupees, how much can you withdraw? 10,000. If it is a zero balance account, meaning the balance can be maintained at zero, then you can withdraw 10,000 rupees. If it is like a Prime Minister Jan Dhan Yojana account or any account opened under zero balance scheme, then you can withdraw the entire money that you have. 10,000 also you can withdraw. If not, they'll say, okay, 5,000 is a minimum balance. So if deposit 10,000, 5,000 rupees has to be there and only 5,000 you can withdraw. Certain bank accounts have minimum balance of 1,000. So when you deposit 10,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees has to be there. So minimum, you can maximum withdraw how much? 9,000. So that is savings bank account. Next what we have is current account. So what do we know by current account? Current account is for businessmen. So businessmen need not maintain minimum balance. Businessmen need not maintain minimum balance because they are not saving money. So what happens to them is, they deposit 10,000 rupees, they deposit 10,000, they can withdraw 50,000. Sir, how can you do that? Yes, that is allowed. So when you deposit 10,000, the bank balance is plus 10,000. We withdraw 15,000, plus 10,000 minus 15, my bank balance becomes minus 5,000. If I give 10,000 to bank and withdraw 50,000 from the bank balance will become minus 5,000. This is allowed. This is called as OD. What is called as OD? Overdraft. When your withdrawals is more than the payments. Sorry, deposits. When your payments are more than receipts. When you put in less money, withdraw more money. When you give less, take more. It is called as what? Overdraft. What do you mean by it? Overdraft. So overdraft means what? OD facility. Not OD hogodu, not running away. Overdraft facility. What do you mean overdraft facility? Withdraw more than deposit. Withdrawal is more than the deposit. That is called as overdraft facility. You get that? Simple sense, that is negative balance. So you can have plus 1,000 in your account. Similarly, you can have minus 1,000 in your account. Minus 1,000 in your account. That is overdraft facility. Recurring deposit means same amount of money has to be deposited at regular intervals. Every month I go on depositing 1,000 rupees on the same date. That is recurring deposit. Fixed deposit is, I have deposited some money, I can't withdraw it. It is fixed for 15 days, 365 days, or 3 years, 6 years, 10 years. Fixed. It is fixed. I can't withdraw. You get that? That is fixed deposit. If I withdraw, there are some charges. That's a different thing. But that's with respect to overdraft. Now, did you understand this entire thing? Yeah? Okay. Now, this is the problem. This is the problem. I have a little explanation to give about how does the BRS basically work, but it becomes like too much theory, too much without doing the problem and elaborating stuff. So we'll do this problem and then I'll give you a little approach about BRS. How is it in practical life? How is it in theoretical life? You get that? So for now, what you need to understand is, before we go ahead and then solve the problem, one more small aspect, okay? Concentrate. There is cash book, there is passbook, and between them there is differences. Between cash book and passbook there is differences. In the practical world, when you jump into your articleship, or when you start doing account of a company, what happens? Practically, what happens is, cash book will be available to you, passbook will be available to you, and they will be mismatching. So what should be the differences? You should find. So your client will give you cash book and your client will also give you their passbook. So both you have with you. Using these two, you need to find differences. You need to see, okay, 10,000 illi there, 10,000 illi there, 5,000 illi there, 5,000 illi there, 1,000 illi there, 1,000 illi la, 1,000 is difference. So we try to match the items from this book to that book. This book, we go on ticking. Oh, this is there here, but not there here. This is there here, but not there. That is difference. So we identify the difference. You get that? That's what we do practically. Whereas theoretically, let's say for exam, what will happen? Either they'll give cash book and differences and question you about the passbook, or they'll give differences and passbook and question you about the cash book. So what happens in the practical world, what happens in the exam is quite different. Yeah, in the exam it's very difficult for them to give cash book, passbook and ask you to identify the difference. So what do? Majority of the time they give the differences themselves. And they give one of the balances and they want us to find the other balance. I'll repeat, they give differences in the exam always. In the question they'll give difference and they'll give one of the books. They'll either give cash book balance or passbook balance, and they would want us to find the other balance. So this is the approach. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on this one now for exam. I told you, no? Yes, come on, let us get going. So in this question we're going to see case wise. We're not going to see the entire problem at once. We're going to see one case at a time. So what is our first case? In our first case, what has happened is, they have given, I'm doing this case A. What has happened? They have given us bank balance as per cash book. And they have given differences. So these are the differences. Differences given, cash book is given. What should we find? Balance as per passbook. I'll repeat. They have given cash book, they have given differences. We should find passbook. They have given cash book, they have given differences. We should find passbook. Should we start? Okay, come on. So it's a statement. It is not like a ledger. So I'll write case A. Case A. Yeah. Bank reconciliation statement. I'll have a column called as particulars. I'll have one inner column amount and I'll have one outer column amount. You get that? Okay. So I have balance as per cash book. That is given to me in the question. How much is it? Concentrate here. Balance as per cash book, 1 lakh. So balance as per cash book, 1 lakh is given. Yeah. So we have few additions to do. We have few changes to do. It can be either add items or it can be either less items. We might have to add few adjustments. We might have to add few things. We might have to list few things. So that I'll tell you when to add, when to subtract. And at a later stage, when we add all this and when we subtract, how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to leave somewhere similar lines to make it look symmetrical. Balance as per passbook. What is this balance as per passbook? That is something that I should find. So what have they given? They have given balance as per cash book and they have given differences. They have given differences. What should I find? I should find balance as per passbook. You got this? So we see each difference individually and see how is it impacting. See how should it be detected, and ultimately we will arrive at the balance as per passbook. Do you get what I'm trying to tell? Yes. Come on. Let's get started. We'll see each item one at a time. I will give enough time to copy. Right now your objective should not be to copy. Sit back, assume that you're in a theater and watching a movie. Sit back, relax, and then watch the movie perfectly. You should be knowing every bit of it. If I ask you which shirt I was wearing when I was doing bank reconciliation statement, my second problem, your answer should be yes, blue. Black is the sweater, shirt is blue. So you should be knowing it. That is the depth to which you should see. If I should tell, if you come across some bank charges or something, you're like, oh, that day remember, then that problem that we did on BRS, the amount was so much. So that should be the extent to which you should grasp things. Yeah? Come on, let's get it. First one. Okay. Checks issued but not cleared. Checks have been issued but it is not cleared. So we have cash book and passbook here. We'll denote cash book and passbook to our hands. Shall we? So many of them, this cash book, this passbook. But when you're doing, forget which is cash, which is pass. So we will say, look, right side is cash book, left side is pass. Let's put a halt to all those. Yeah. So this. Now when you hold your hand like this, bring it straight, bring your thumb here, and then bend your other fingers. So does it look like C now? Yeah. So this is cash book. This is cash book. I'll not hold like this. I'll hold like this. So this is cash book. And I'll hold like this one. So pinky finger. Or I'll say, okay, ma'am, I want to go P. So P. This is P. This is P. P is passbook. This is cash book. This is passbook. They both have to be in the same line. If they are in the same line, C and P, if they are in the same line, can you see the P? Yeah, you can see the P. If it is like this, can you see the P? No. P is high, C is low. You cannot see the P. In order to see the P, what should you do? You should take the C up. Or you should P down. Or if it is like this, can you see the P? No. Can you see the P? No. You would have to C down. Or you would have to P up. I'll repeat. C and P should be in the same line. C and P should be in the same line. If P is up, C is down. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to bring P down or you take your C up. Either you would have to bring your P down or you would have to C up. Or if the P is down here, can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. Either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. Remember that. C and P should be in the same line. C and P should be in the same line. If they are not in the same line, you would have to move either of it to see the P. You would have to move either of it to see the P. So when I say C, I mean cash book. When I say P, I mean passbook. When I say C, I mean cash book. When I say P, I mean passbook. Let's get started. First one. Checks issued but not clear. A check has been issued by you. When you issue a check, you credit your bank account. When you issue a check, you credit your bank account. I'll repeat. A check has been issued by you. When you issue a check, your cash book balance will reduce. When the check gets cleared, banker will reduce your passbook. But a check has been issued, cash book decreased, but it is not cleared. Is it cleared? Not cleared. When it is not cleared, your passbook has not decreased. When a check has been issued, cash book has decreased. When it is not cleared, passbook has not decreased. So passbook balance is more, cash book balance is less. Passbook balance is more, cash book balance is less. I'll repeat. A check has been issued. when you issue a check, your cash book balance has reduced, whereas the check is not cleared, so the passbook balance didn't decrease. So can you see the P? Can you see the P? No, you're paying more, you're paying high than what you can see. So what you should do, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. Either you have to P down or you have to C up. Now tell me, what's in your control? What's in your control is what you know. Look at the question. We're doing case A. What does case A say? Bank balance as per cash book. So what do you know? Cash book. What do you have in your control? Cash book. I'll repeat. We are doing case A. We are doing case A. What is case A? Bank balance as per cash book is 1 lakh. So what we know is cash book. What we know is cash book. So what's in your control? Cash book. What's in your control? Cash book. So when a check is issued, cash book came down. Passbook didn't, because passbook there is no cleared. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? C. What's in your control? C. What will you do? C up. What will you do? C up. When you say C up, you are increasing the cash book balance. You are increasing the cash book balance. You are adding it. You are adding it. So can I write first adjustment is to be added? So can I write here? Add me. Number 1 I'll write. How much is the amount? 10,000. You get that? Come on, let us go to the next one. The next one is check received but not cleared. So you received a check. You received a check. When you receive the check, you will make the entry in cash book. So your cash book balance has increased. When you receive the check, what will happen? Your cash book balance has increased. But this check has not been cleared by the banker yet. If it is not cleared by the banker, will the passbook balance increase? No, P has not increased. But as you receive the check and deposit it, your cash book balance has increased. Passbook balance will increase only when it is cleared. But it is mentioned in the question that it is not cleared. So check received, cash book increased. Not cleared, passbook didn't increase. Can you see the P? I'll repeat. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to C down or you would have to P up. I'll repeat. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to C down or you would have to P up. What's in your control? We're doing case A. We're doing case A. Case A, what is it? Bank balance as per cash book. So the control is on cash book. Control is on cash book. So what do you have to do? You would have to decrease. You would have to decrease. You agree with me? You would have to decrease. Whenever you're going for decrease, whenever you're going for decrease, what is it? Less. So what should we do? You should subtract. So what do you write here? Less me item number 2. What is the amount? 15,000. Less me item number 2, 15,000. Okay guys, come on, let us go to the third one. Direct deposit by customer into bank account. What is the third one? Direct deposit by customer into bank account. Our customer has directly deposited money into bank account. Our customer went to my bank and then directly deposited money into my bank account. When they did that, passbook balance will increase or cash book balance will increase? That money will be received by the banker. So banker will increase the balance. Banker will increase passbook or cash book. Banker has control on the passbook. So banker has increased the passbook balance. Banker has increased the passbook balance. But am I aware? No. Why? The direct deposit is paid by customer and I have not passed any entry. My cash book balance has not increased. I'll repeat. When my customer directly deposits the money into the bank account, my passbook balance has increased, but no entry has been made in my cash book. My cash book balance has not increased, whereas my passbook balance has increased. My passbook balance has increased, my cash book balance has not increased. Can you see the P? No. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to C up or you would have to P down. I'll repeat. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to C up or you would have to P down. What's in your control? What's in your control? Doing case A. Cash bank balance as per cash book is given. So we have the control on C, cash book. So what I would do, I would C up. The control is on cash book, not on the passbook. I would C up. So C up in the sense what? Add. How much would I add? I would add 3,000 rupees. So it's an add item. Number 3 is add item. So what will I write here? Okay, I need not write. I can write the same description. Direct deposit by customer into bank account. What is the amount? 3,000. So I'll write here 3,000. So we're done with the third one. Shall we go to the fourth one now? Come on, let's go to the fourth one. Electricity bill paid by banker on standing instructions, rupees 2,000 recorded in passbook only. My electricity bill is being paid by my banker. My electricity bill is being paid by my banker. When my banker pays my electricity bill, what would you do? You would reduce my balance. He would reduce my balance because he paid my electricity bill. when he reduces it. When he reduces it. Does he reduce my passbook balance or does he reduce my cash book balance? I'll repeat. When my banker pays my electricity bill, he reduces my balance. Does he reduce my passbook balance or cash book balance? The passbook is the account prepared from the banker's perspective. So the banker will reduce my passbook balance. Banker will reduce my passbook balance. Continue reading. No entry was made in the passbook. Sorry, entry was made only in the passbook. So cash book, there is no entry. So cash book and passbook are there. Banker paid my electricity bill. When the banker paid my electricity bill, he reduced my passbook balance. Cash book, there is no entry. So cash book is high, passbook is down. Can you see the P? Can you see the P? The answer is no, you cannot see the P. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to see down. Either you would have to see down or you would have to P up. I'll repeat. In order to see the P, see, passbook has come down, cash book has not. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to see down. What's in your control in case A? C. What's in your control in case A? C. So what do? We would see down. We would see down, meaning we would subtract. You get that? So adjustment number 4, 2000 rupees, I would do subtraction. ₹2,000, I would do subtraction. Yeah, we're done with the 4th adjustment. Now shall I go to 5th one? Dividends directly collected by banker. So what did my banker do? My banker directly collected my dividend. My banker directly collected my dividend. When my banker directly collects my dividend, he puts it into my bank account. When he puts it into my bank account will increase. Which will increase? Passbook or cash book? From the banker perspective, the bank balance is passbook balance. From the banker's perspective, the bank balance is passbook balance. So when he collects the dividend on my behalf, my passbook balance will increase. When my banker collects my, dividend, he will increase my passbook balance. Is there increase in the cash book? There is no increase in the cash book balance, but there is increase in the passbook balance. Now tell me, can you see the P? Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. Either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. Now tell me, what's in your control? What's in your control? Case A, bank balance as per cash book. So what we know is cash book. So we're making changes in cash book. What would I do? I would see up. I would see up. When I see up, I'm adding. So this is an add item. So adjust number 5, we should add. I'll write 5. What is it? 1,000. How much is it? 1,000. Come on, let us go to the next one. 6th one. Bank charges amounted to ₹500 was recorded in passbook only. Bank charges amounted to ₹500 was recorded in passbook only. So this bank charges of 500. I told you banker will deduct it from my bank balance. When the banker deducts it, will he deduct it from my passbook balance or cash book balance? I'll repeat. When the banker deducts it, will he deduct it from my passbook balance or cash book balance? From the passbook balance. From the passbook balance. So my passbook balance will go down. My passbook balance will go down. But cash book balance has not gone down because the entry is made in passbook only. Entry is made in passbook only. So passbook balance is reduced, cash book balance is not. Passbook balance is reduced, cash book balance is not. Can you see the P? You cannot see P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. I'll repeat. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. Now tell me what is in your control. Case A, we're making changes in cash book. What do we know? Cash book. So what would I do? I would reduce my C. I would bring my C down. You get what I'm trying to tell? So I should deduct. So this item should be deducted. 6th one. 500. 6th one. 500 needs to be deducted. Done. Let us go to the next one. The last one. 7th one. Interest of ₹200 was credited by banker in passbook. No entry was made in cash book. So banker has given interest. Banker will not tell knock joke on my door and then give me by interest, isn't it? What will he do? He'll straight away deposit into my account. When he does that, what is increasing? Bank balance. Bank balance as per what? From the perspective of the banker. That is bank balance as per passbook. So bank balance as per passbook is increasing. I'll repeat. Bank balance as per passbook is increasing. Bank balance as per cash book, no increase. Bank balance as per passbook is increasing. Bank balance as per cash book, not increasing. Now tell me, can you see the P? You cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? In case A, What's in control is A. What's in control is, cash. What is it? Cash. So what would I do? I would see up. When I say see up, what should I do? I should add. So adjustment number 7 is add. 7th one, 200. Yeah. So now don't tell weird confusion. Sir, I know the trick. Always odd adjustment should be deducted. Odd adjustment should be added and even adjustment should be deducted. No such conclusion. It's a sheer coincidence that 1357 adjustments are added and 246 are deducted. Please don't draw such wrong conclusions and then mess up your exam. Yeah. So it is just a sheer coincidence. Even I don't know how it happened. It just happened. And it happens every time. No, I'm kidding. Okay, don't draw such conclusion. Yeah, let's add this up. 10,000 plus 3,000, 13 plus 1, 14,200. 14,200 is to be added. No deduction. 15 plus 2, 17. 17 plus 500, 17,500. 17,500 is to be deducted. So how much should be added? 14,200. How much should be deducted? 17,500. If I do this, I arrive at my bank balance as per passbook. Yeah, you can take a calculator and then do this. Let me also do it using a calculator. I will not take chances, okay? 14,200 minus 17,500. Whenever you say, I will do it manually, I will do it using my brain. Brain will say challenge accepted. Come on, let me mess it up for you. 96,700. Check once again. 1 lakh plus 14,200 minus 17,500, 96,700. 96,700 is the answer. Yeah, so that's it. This is the bank balance as per passbook. Okay, sir, will we write like this only in the exam? Yes, but only difference is you will not write 1357246. You will write 1 checks issued but not cleared. 2 checks deposited but not cleared. 3 direct deposit by customer. You will write that entire description. So should we write? Yeah. Should you pass? If the answer is yes to the second question, the answer is to the first question. Yeah. Ni badukbeka. Heli passa beka. Yeah. Write it. If the answer is yes to the second question, the answer is yes to the first question also. Yeah. So we're done with case A. So this is done. Now what do? We'll do case B. Shall we do case B now? What's case B? Bank balance per cash book is overdraft of 1 lakh. Bank balance per cash book is overdraft of 1 lakh. Overdraft means what? It's like this. I have withdrawn beyond what I have deposited. Example, assume that I had deposited 3 lakh rupees. How much have I deposited before drinking water? 3 lakh rupees. Of my deposit of 3 lakh, if I withdraw 2 lakh, 3 lakh deposit with the bank, 2 lakh withdrawn. So what will be remaining? 1 lakh. This 1 lakh is positive balance. If I withdraw 3 lakhs to the bank, if I deposit 3 lakhs to the bank and withdraw 4 lakhs, so I gave 3 to bank, I withdrew 4. So this one, what I withdrew extra is overdraft. I will repeat. What do you mean by overdraft? Overdraft is the facility given to businessman or the current account holder where he will withdraw the money which he has not deposited. I will repeat. Overdraft is the facility given to current account holder or businessman where he withdraws the money what he has not deposited. Where he withdraws the money that he has not deposited or he withdraws the money more than what he has deposited. You get that? So that, my friends, is overdraft. Come on, let us now go ahead and then solve case 2. So what is case 2? Bank balance as per cash book is overdraft of 1 lakh. Now, you might say, sir, this is tricky. Should I learn it on first day of BRS chapter only? I'll tell you, this is not as tricky as you people see it. What you people would have learnt till now on BRS is, sir, normally we do this, sir, add, less. Okay, fine, cool, no problem, universally accepted, answers will be correct, you like it, ICI loves it, marks also will be given, all fine. But whenever the concept of overdraft comes, no, like, Allah Bullah and all, you people change it completely. What will you do? You will say, sir, all the add items should be subtracted, all the less items should be added. You're doing the entire change. You say, sir, we do everything, sir. We check, we get add. If we get add, we should subtract, sir. If we get less, we should add, sir. So you are confusing yourself by thinking like add should be less should be add. You get what I'm trying to tell? So why do we change everything? Instead, change the first part only. So what is the change here from the first case? First case it is bank balance as per cash book. Second case it is bank balance per cash book is overdraft of 2 lakhs. So instead of writing all the differences which are add as less and all the differences which are less as add, what do? Take the opening balance minus 1 lakh. Take the opening balance as minus. Why? 1 lakh is negative. 1 lakh is negative. What about the rest? Rest all will be same. Rest all will be same. You get this? Instead of changing the entire word, change yourself. You get it? Instead of putting carpet to the entire world, you wear shoes. See, if you might run into a stone, you might keep your leg on a nail. So you're afraid. You want to put carpet to the entire world. Instead, you wear shoes. No. If you wear shoes, it's simple. Rest of the world will be fine. For you. I am not talking in general terms. I am talking only specific to this particular question. Now you don't. Sir, you are so bad. You don't want to change the word. Yes, I am bad. I am teaching. There's no joke there. Don't expect much to be there. What is it? Bank balance as per cash book is overdraft of 1 lakh. So what do? Instead of writing all the differences, add as less, less as add, what do? We only write the opening balance as negative. So I'll show it you how to do it. Now I'm going to do case 2. So we're trying to do case B. Bank reconciliation statement. Yeah, what is my starting point? I will not write overdraft. I will write bank balance as per cash book is minus 1 lakh. See, when you write bank balance as per cash book is minus 1 lakh, it is overdraft. Don't write overdraft balance as per cash book minus 1 lakh. If you use the word overdraft balance, write 1 lakh. If you use the word bank balance, write minus 1 lakh. You get this? When we use the word overdraft already, we should not write minus. If we write the word bank balance, then we write amount as minus. So what will I write? Bank balance as per cash book minus 1 lakh. Minus 1 lakh means overdraft. Done? So what is it that we would have to do? We would have to do few add to this. We would have to do few less to this. And then what would we arrive at? We would arrive at bank balance as per passbook. So that's it? Yeah, that's it. Shall we do the adjustments? Yeah, we will do it. Come on, let's go with the first one. Again, same thing, but I'll do it once again. Checks issued but not cleared. Check has been issued. The check has been issued. Cash book has reduced. Passbook is not. The check has been issued. Cash book has reduced. Passbook is not. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you'd have to see up or you'd have to P down. What's in your control? C. What do? Add. What do? Add. Sir, why did you do it so fast? It is the same thing what I did here. Sir, will you do it again? Yeah. Sir, why? I want you to know that I am not lazy. Checks received but not cleared. Checks received but not cleared. When a check is received, cash book has increased. When it is not cleared, passbook has not increased. When a check is received, cash book has increased. When it is cleared, passbook will increase. When it is not cleared, passbook will not increase. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to C down or you would have to P up. What's in your control? C. What's in your control? C. What do? Deduct. What do? Deduct. So I'll write deduct में minus में 2 15,000. Okay, I forgot to write the amount in the first place. 10,000 alva. 10,000. Let me go to adjustment number 3. Direct deposit by customer into bank account. When my customer directly deposits the money into my bank account. When my customer directly deposits the money into my bank account. Passbook has increased. Cash book has not. Passbook has increased. Cash book has not. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see a P, either you have to P down or you have to C up. What's in your control? C. What do? C up. Up. Add. Sir, why are you saying C is in control? See, they've given bank balance as per cash book only, no? So add. Item number 3, add 3,000. Let us go to fourth one now. Electricity bill paid by banker on standing instructions. When the banker pays my electricity bill, he will reduce my passbook balance. When the banker pays my electricity bill, he will reduce my passbook balance. There is no entry in cash book. There is no entry in cash book. Cash book has not reduced. Passbook has reduced. What do we have control on? Cash book. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. What's in your control? C. What would I do? Bring it down. Bring it down. In deduct. Deduct. Minus. Minus. Fourth one, minus 2000. Fourth one is less. What is the amount? 2000. Let us now go to fifth one. Dividends directly collected by banker. When the banker directly collects a dividend, what will do? It will increase my passbook balance. When the banker directly collects my dividend, banker would increase my passbook balance. In the cash book, no entry is made. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? C. What's in your control? C. What will I do? Add. What will I do? Add. I will add, meaning I will increase. How much? 1000. Fifth one will add 1000. I want you to become very familiar with this easy adjustments, so I am doing it once again. Yeah, I could have written 1357 add 246 less. No hurry, boss. No hurry. Are you going to catch a train now to Delhi from now? No, not right now. Chill. Come on. Let us go to next one. So we're done with dividends. Let's go to bank charges. When the bank charges have been amounted to 500, it has been recorded in passbook only. So from the passbook balance, the banker would reduce 500. Is the entry been made in cash book? No. Passbook balance is gone down by 500. Cash book may no entry. Cash book is more. Passbook is less. Can you see the P? No. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. Either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. What's in your control? C. What will I do? I will deduct. I will subtract. Less. How much? Less 500. So sixth one, less 500. Let us go to last one, seventh one. Interest of 200 was credited by bank and passbook. No entry was made in cash book. So interest of 200 was credited into, let's say, passbook. When it is credited, your passbook balance is increasing. By how much? 200. Is your cash balance increasing? No. So passbook has gone up. Cash book has not. Passbook has gone up. Cash book has not. Can you see the P? You cannot see the P. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. I'll repeat. In order to see the P, either you would have to C down, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? C. What will I do? I will add. I will add. So the seventh adjustment, add plus 200. Seventh adjustment, I would have to add how much? 200. Yes, guys, by this I'm done. Come on. Let us now go for quick total. Quick total, how much do we have? Can I copy it from here? It will not change, no? Okay. I have not copied. I did it again. I can deceive you by saying that. But I will not. I am a good boy. I will tell you that I am copying it from there only. 1 lakh plus 14,000. Oh, sorry. We should take minus 1 lakh. It is minus 1 lakh plus 14,200 minus 17,500. That would give me how much? 1 lakh 3,300. This is minus. This is minus 1 lakh 3,300. So minus 1 lakh 3,300 means what? Bank balance as per passbook is minus 1 lakh 3,300. Or overdraft balance as per passbook is 1 lakh 3,300. I'll repeat. The language that we use should be like this. Balance as per passbook is 1 lakh 3,300 minus. This should be this is how we should write. Or overdraft balance as per passbook is 1 lakh 3,300. If you write overdraft in the beginning, then you should not write bracket here. If you write bracket here, then you should not write overdraft here. So that's what we did. What did we do here? We wrote bank balance as per passbook minus 1 lakh 3,300. Bank balance as per cash book 1 lakh. Usually what people do, they will write here overdraft balance as per cash book and write this 1 lakh positive. This add 14,200 they'll write as less. This less 17,500 they'll write as plus. So you need to do this. If it is less, you should add. If it is add, you should do less. It's confusing. It's confusing. So what do? You keep this same, idle, same thing. In the question, if they give it as overdraft, put minus. Minus. If they give it as nothing, let it be plus. That's it. Simple, guys. We're done with case 2 also. We're done with case 2 also. I can do case 3, case 4, but I think it's better if you people copy it before I go to the next case. So this is particulars. And this is one inner column of amount. This is outer column of amount. Yeah, we have enough to copy. So I would give you time. You guys better copy case 1, case 2 with the question. And once you copy, then I'll take you to the next part. Yeah, before we copy the question, there is something that I wrote here. Copy this. Copy this part a little quickly. Copy. Now I am displaying the question to you people. Please do copy the question, and after you copy the question, I will show you case 1 and case 2. So case A and case B. Finished copying the question. Now copy case A. Answer. Case A. After that, I'll let you copy case B. Copy. Quickly copy case B, then we'll go to do case C and case D. ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಕಲವರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನ 40 ನಿಮಿಷ 3 ಗಂಟೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. Yes, I hope you've finished copying case B. Come on, let us now go to case C. Shall we start with case C now? So case C is bank balance as per passbook. Shall we start with bank balance as per passbook now? Okay, that looks very much similar to case C and case B. except for the fact that what would be in our control will be passbook. So I'll write here case. Okay, I can write it in the color that you want me to. Case C, bank reconciliation statement. So again, same old thing, we'll have particulars, we'll have inner column of amount, and we'll have outer column of amount. So starting point is bank balance as per passbook. So what is your starting point in this case? Bank balance as per passbook. Case C. Tell me how much is the amount? It should be 80,000. Yeah, passbook 80,000. And we would have certain add items, we would have certain less items. And after we do this add items and less items, what would end up with? Bank balance as per cash book. So I told you previously, either the passbook or cash book will be given and the differences will be given, we'll find the other book. So in the first two cases, they are given cash book and differences, we found passbook. In this question, they have given passbook and differences, we'll find the cash book balance. Shall we? Okay, come on. So let us go back to these adjustments, what we discussed. We'll do it once again. Checks issued but not cleared. A check has been issued. When a check is issued, cash book balance will decrease. But it is not cleared, so passbook will not decrease. When will the passbook decrease? Passbook balance will decrease when it is cleared. So check is issued, cash book decrease. Check is not cleared, passbook didn't decrease. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? Now, we are looking at case C. Look at case C. What does it say? Bank balance as per passbook. So we know passbook, we don't know cash book. So now seeing is not in our control, Ping is in our control. So what do? We P down. We P down. You get this? P down in the sense deduction or less in P. What should we do? Minus. Minus. First item is minus 10%. I will do what? I will write here 1. So what will it be? It will be 10,000. Don't write minus. I will write all the items, less items. Total it, when I write in the outer column, I will deduct it. Don't write minus here. You get that? Okay. We're done with the first one. Let us go to next one. So the second one. Checks deposited but not cleared. Sorry, checks received but not cleared. Checks received and deposited but not cleared. When I receive the check, what would happen? My cash book balance will increase. When will it get cleared? When it gets cleared, my passbook will increase. So check has been received and deposited. Cash book has increased. Not yet cleared. Passbook is not increased. Are they in the same line? No. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. I'll repeat. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. What's in your control? What's in your control is P. Sir, but you told C. That was in case A and B. We're in case C. In case C, bank balance as per passbook. What's given? Passbook balance. So what we do? We should do changes in passbook. So passbook is to be added. Passbook is to be added. You get that? Passbook is to be added. Add. So second item is add. How much? 15,000. Yes, guys, come on, let us do the third one now. Third one, direct deposit by customer into bank account. So we have a customer and that customer directly deposited money into our bank account. When we did that, what balance will increase? The banker's balance will increase from the banker's perspective. That is, passbook balance has increased, cash book is not. Passbook balance increased, cash book is not. So the passbook balance has increased and cash book is not. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see. In order to see the P, either you have to P down or you have to C up. I'll repeat, either you have to C down, sorry, either you have to P down or you have to C up. Yeah, what's in your control? Not C. What's in your control is P. How? Case C, bank balance as per passbook is given. So what do I should do? I should reduce. I should deduct. By how much? 3,000. So the third item is minus 3,000. Third one minus how much? 3,000 rupees. Yeah, come on. Let me now take you to fourth one. What is happening in the fourth one? Electricity bill paid by the banker on standing instructions rupees 2,000 recorded in passbook. So we have given some standing instructions to the banker with regard to which our banker has made some payment. When the banker made the payment, he would reduce our balance. He would reduce which balance? Our banker would reduce our bank balance as per passbook. So our bank balance as per passbook has reduced and the cash book entry is not yet made. So our bank balance as per passbook has reduced because of electricity bill payment. Our cash book balance is not. So is there a difference? Yes. Can you see the P? No. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. I'll repeat. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. What's in your control? Not C. It is P what's in your control. How you say that? Look at case C. It says bank balance as per passbook. Bank balance as per passbook. So what should I do? I should basically add. How much? We're doing fourth one. Add 2000. Fourth one is add 2000. Fourth adjustment, I will add 2000. Shall I go to 5? We have 5, 6, 7. 3 more adjustments to do. Fifth one, dividends directly collected by the banker. When the banker directly collects the dividend, what would happen? Your passbook balance will increase. Dividends direct, passbook balance is increased. Cash book, the entry is not been made. So the passbook is increased, cash book is not. Passbook has increased, cash book is not. So can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. Dividend collected has increased the passbook balance, cash book there is no entry. So passbook balance has increased, cash book is not. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, meaning bring them to the same line, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? Case C may, what's in your control is passbook balance. What should I do? I should reduce it. I should deduct it. I'm supposed to subtract it. How much? Less 1000. So fifth one, less 1000. I should do less 1000. Done. Let us go sixth one now. What is sixth one? Bank charges amounted to 500 was recorded in passbook. There is bank charges of 500. Whenever there is bank charges of 500, what happens? That money would be deducted from our passbook balance by the bank. So our passbook balance has reduced. Cash book balance may no change. We have not entered it yet. So passbook balance has reduced because of bank charges. But cash book may there is no entry yet. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you have to P up or you have to C down. Either you have to P up or you have to C down. What's in your control? P. It is KC. P is in your control. So what do? I will add. Add how much? Add 500. Sixth one, add 500. Sixth adjustment, we add 500. Yeah. Now come on. Let us go to the seventh one. Interest of rupees 200 was credited by bank in passbook. So interest of rupees 200 was credited by banker in the passbook. So what have they done? Our banker has deposited 200 rupees interest. When it deposits into my passbook, my passbook balance will increase. Cash book may there is no change. I'll repeat. Banker has deposited 200 in my bank account. So passbook balance has increased. Cash book has not. My passbook balance has increased. Cash book is not. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. I'll repeat. Either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? P. What will I do? I will deduct it. Subtract or less. So less. Seventh item should be less. How much? 200. Seventh item I should be doing minus 200. Okay. Tell me 17,500 here. And it should be 14,200 here. Okay. Come on, let us do this. 80,000 plus 17,500 minus 14,200. 83,300. I'll repeat. 80,000 plus 17,500 minus 15,200 will give us 83,300. This is my balance per cash book. Sir, is this overdraft balance? Is there minus? No. What's there? Plus. So what does it mean? Positive balance. So is this overdraft? The answer is no. This is not overdraft balance. This is positive balance as per cash book, 83,300. Yeah. If you have time to start with bank balance as per cash book, 83,300 as a starting point. You do this adjustment. You will arrive at 8,000 ka passbook balance. Done. If you closely observe to the previous case 1, case 2, whatever we've written, this is opposite. See here we've written 1357 add. Here it is 1357 less. Here it is 246 less. Here it is 246 add. Why? Here we start with cash book. Here we are starting with passbook. So if the situation is like this, if we are making changes in cash book, we deduct. If we are making changes in passbook, we add. So it will be opposite. Cash book beginning, passbook beginning, it will be opposite. That logic is good to know, but don't apply that logic in the exam. Why? In the exam, they'll never ever ask one question with two cases. See, bank reconciliation statement chapter has certain amount of marks. It doesn't mean that BIS will come for 20 marks in the exam. It can come for one question, yes or no. So it will not give case 1 balance as per passbook, case 2 balance as per cash book. They will not give all the cases. They will give only one, guys. They will give only one case. In the exam, they will give only one case. So don't ever, when you are studying, don't ever do that. Case 1 I will do, sir. Case 2, and I will put less I will put that, I will go ahead faster. No. The objective is not about running fast. The objective is learning right now. When you are learning, you should learn slow. When you are writing in the exam, you should write fast. When you learn fast, in the exam, you will not be able to write it. Why? Learning is not supposed to be fast. Learning is supposed to be correct. Learning is supposed to be systematic. Learning is supposed to be clearing all the doubts that might come in the future. Later, you can actually speed up. Yeah, once you learn correctly, later you can actually speed it up and then write fast. Yeah? When you're learning, just focus on learning. Don't focus on the speed. And try to do it correctly, okay guys? What I'm trying to tell you is, don't just write next to the question only, plus or minus, plus or minus. What are you doing? Don't ever do that. Always write and practice. And always write the safe format, because this is the format that you should write in the exam as well. Yeah. But I've used one shortcut. I've written 246 1357. In the exam, you should not be writing just the number. You should also be writing what is that item about. Is it like checks deposited but not cleared, or is it check issued but not cleared, bank deposit by customer, bank charges, all those headings also. So done with case C. We're done with case C. Now we'll go to case D. Look at case D. What is case D? The same thing. Bank balance as per passbook. There is overdraft of 50,000. So what would I do, guys? I'll save some time for you here. Experienced people to have been very much familiar, and the adjustments have been discussed already. What will I do? I will write case D. So it will be same thing. What will I do if I write case D ka here? It will become 80,000, and this will be minus, and this 17,500 would remain here. This 14,200 would be minus. So what would I get here? Tell me. I'll take minus 80,000 plus 17,500 minus 14,200. That would give me minus of 76,700. Let's check. Minus 80,000 plus 17,500 minus 14,200. That gives me minus 76,700. So in case D, what is the answer? Case D, balance as per cash book is how much? 76,700 minus, or overdraft balance as per cash book. When I already used the word overdraft, should I write negative? No, I'll only write 76,700. That's nice. Yeah, we're done with case C and D. I would want you to quickly copy this. You can write it over again if you want. Case D clear. Everything would be same. Same thing would be there. Only the amounts would be different. This would come minus 60 and this would change. This is the change and this is the change. Rest everything is the same. Come on, copy case C and case D. Copy case C, case D. Yes, I hope you people have finished copying case C as well as case D. So by this we are done with our illustration. I'm going to say first example question that I gave. Yeah. Now I will do a next illustration. Let's make it little more complex than what we did now. Yeah. Shall I give you the next example? Come on, let's go to the next example question. So we'll be doing 3 examples. So what I'm going to do now is example number 2 and then one more example. After we're done with the second example, then we can go start solving questions from ICI material. Yeah, the compile of relation of those questions. Example 2. Prepare. No, we'll get it following differences were identified. Following differences were identified for the period ended 31st March 2020. Yeah. So I'll give you the difference first, and after that I'll give you cases. One of the case I will solve. The rest of the cases today will have some good homework to do. Yeah. So first one. Checks issued amounted to rupees 1 lakh, of which checks of rupees 20,000 were not cleared. Yeah, checks of rupees 1 lakh were issued, of which checks of rupees 20,000 were not cleared. Okay, next one. Checks received amounted rupees 3 lakh, of which only rupees 2 lakh 60,000. $2,60,000 was cleared. Previous had basically told only one amount and you took that amount. Now it's become little tricky. What happened? I have given checks issued also, amount cleared. On certain case checks received, amount cleared. So we have to find what is the adjustment. Should the adjustment be for 1 lakh or 20,000 or 1 lakh and 20,000 difference 80,000? That's a tricky question. Yeah, let us go to third one. Yeah, third one. Let us keep this simple. Direct deposit by customer into bank account rupees 10,000 was not recorded in cash book. There is a customer who deposited 10,000 into our bank account. This was not recorded in cash book. This is a simple one, like the one we did in the previous question. There is no difficulty in the third adjustment. Yeah, let me now take you to the fourth adjustment. You get that? Fourth adjustment. Fourth adjustment, what I would write is cash deposit of rupees 5,450 was wrongly recorded as 4,550. Possible? Yeah. In cash book. How much is the money you deposited? 5,450. How much did you write? 4,550. So 5,450 is the correct amount. You wrongly record it as 4,550 in your cash book. So this is an error in cash book. Will this lead to difference? The answer is yes. Definitely there will be difference because of this. Yeah. Okay. Banker gave wrong credit of rupees 1,000 for check deposited by someone else. Okay, you did deposit a check, someone else deposited check into their account, but instead of giving the credit to them, the banker wrongly gave credit you 1,000. You get that? So you didn't deposit any check, someone deposited check into their bank account, banker thought it's your check and the banker gave you credit. Possible or not? Banker can do these errors. Next one. Total of bank column in page 2 of cash book was wrongly increased by 200 and in page 3 of cash book was wrongly decreased by 500. So in that cash book, you need to take it. Cash book might not happen in one page. In the problems that we did previously in the class, one screen may we did entire cash book. But think of an organization which has huge number of transactions. The transactions rush to pages and pages. So one page you need to take the total. That page total will become the opening balance in the next page, and then you start doing. What they did, page 2 they did total. The total was 1000. They took 1200 in the next page. They wrongly increased the total by 200. That's not the end. Page 3 may total they are supposed to do. The total they wrongly decrease it by 500. Decrease the total by 500. You get it? So there are two errors. Compensating to an extent. So we'll adjust this. Done. Come on, let us go to the next one. Okay, 7th one. Like if we are doing like the previous one, I want to do it in the same. Yeah. Previous one was 7 adjustment. This also I want to keep it 7 adjustment. X deposited for rupees 5000 was dishonored and no entry was made in this regard in cash book. Yeah. So you have deposited a check. This check got dishonored, and you have not made its dishonor entry in your cash book. How do you deal with this? Yeah. Prepare reconciliation statement. Prepare bank reconciliation statement in following cases. Case A. Bank balance as per cash book rupees 1,50,000. Case B. Bank balance as per cash book is overdraft of rupees 1 lakh. I want you to solve this. This will be possibly your homework. Not case A. Case A I will do. The subsequent cases. Case C. Bank balance as per passbook is rupees 1,20,000. I am giving different amounts. Then case D. Bank balance as per passbook is overdraft of rupees 80,000. So these are the 4 cases that we have, A, B, C, D. Okay, come on. Without wasting much time, let's get started. We're going to do case 1. I'm going to teach you case A. Rest, let's see. I'll give it as homework. You try it, and in the next session, I'll however tell you where have you gone wrong or what is the correct part, what exactly is the wrong part of it. Yeah. So number 1. Yeah, what are we starting with? Cash book. So remember, what are we starting with? Cash book. Our starting point, cash book. So where do we make changes? Cash book. So where do we make changes? Cash book. So I'll first write the format if you want. Case A. Bank reconciliation statement. Particulars. If we do one more problem, no, we're doing example number 2, isn't it? If we do example number 3, we're done with all the possible variations and all the possible cases in this chapter. Then I will start picking and then doing problems from our compilation of institute material, like in RTP, MTP, old exam papers, mock papers, as well as our ACA material questions, the compilation will have. We'll start coding questions from there. Once we do all, when we do start doing all that, it will be very easy for you. Like, I know this, sir. Like, this is same as what we did in the examples that that's the filler that you get. Yeah, and that's my intention. So starting point is bank balance as per cash book. That is our start point. How much is it? 1,50,000. Yeah, we would have few add items and we have few deductive items as also, and then what will arrive at, will finally arrive at bank balance as per passbook. Yes, so that would be our answering format. Come on, let us go ahead, start seeing one adjustment today. So example number 2, first one, checks issued amounted to 1 lakh, of which 20,000 are not cleared. Okay, listen, checks have been issued. When the checks have been issued, cash book will decrease. When the checks get cleared, passbook will decrease. So when the checks are issued and cleared, it needs no adjustment. When the checks are issued and cleared, it needs no adjustment. When do we need adjustment? When the checks are issued but not cleared. When the checks are issued but not cleared, that calls for an adjustment. When the checks are issued and cleared, no adjustment. I'll repeat. When the checks have been issued and it is cleared, both C and P will be same, no problem. When the checks have been issued but not cleared, then there will be difference, then we will have to adjust. So always remember the adjustment is for checks issued but not cleared. So checks issued but not cleared is how much? 20,000. The adjustment is for 20,000. The adjustment is for 20,000. So 20,000 worth checks were issued, cash book balance came down, but were not cleared, passbook balance didn't come down. Checks worth 20,000 were issued, cash book balance came down, but they were not cleared, passbook balance didn't come down. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What in your control? C, cash book. What would I do? Add. So first adjustment is to be added. How much? 20,000. Oh, I can teach that first one to you in a little different manner. Concentrate. Checks issued amounted to rupees 1 lakh, of which 20,000 were not cleared. So how much is the checks issued? 1 lakh. So cash book comes down by 1 lakh. Cash book comes down by 1 lakh. 20,000 were not cleared. So out of 1 lakh, when 20,000 is not cleared, how much is cleared? 80,000. So passbook comes down by 80,000. Cash book comes down by 1 lakh, passbook comes down by 80,000. So the difference is 20,000. Difference is 20,000. You get what I'm trying to tell? So always remember, it can be checks issued or checks received. Cleared. Not cleared. This not cleared part is there, no? Adjust in BRS. Will not be difference at all. So what do we do? Ignore it. Still, ignore that big time. You get that? You get what I'm trying to tell? Come on, let us go to next one. Checks received amounted to 3 lakh. Out of that, 2,60,000 were cleared. 2,60,000 is cleared. How much is not cleared? $40,000 were not cleared. You get that? Checks were 3 lakh were received. So 3 lakh cash book will increase. Passbook will increase only to the extent cleared. How much is cleared? 2,60,000. So passbook will increase by 2,60,000. So cash book has increased by 3 lakh. Passbook has increased by 2,60,000. So 3 lakh and 2,60,000, 40,000 rupees difference. That is to the extent not cleared. Or 40,000 worth checks which were deposited, received and deposited, were not cleared. So cash book and passbook will not match. Either way, it is the same. So how much is the difference? 40. How much is the difference? 40. What will we do adjustment for? 40. Because we always do adjustment for checks not cleared. We always do adjustments for checks not cleared. If they are cleared, we will ignore them big time. No adjustment required. Done. So checks received, 3 lakh. Checks cleared, 2,60,000. Difference, 40,000. Checks received, 40,000 were not cleared. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P up or you would have to C down. What's in your control? We are doing case A. Cash book is in your control. What do we do? Deduct, minus, less. How much? 40,000. So, second one. Second how much? 40,000. Let us go to third one. Direct deposit by customer into bank account 10,000 was not recorded in cash book. Our customer has directly deposited money into bank account and we have not recorded it in cash book. When we have not recorded in cash book will not change. But in the passbook the balance has increased. So passbook balance has increased, entry is not made in the cash book has not increased. Can you see the P? No, you cannot see the P. If you cannot see the P, cash book and passbook balance is not matching. What do? Either you P down or you C up. Either you P down or you C up. In order to see the P, what should you do? Either you should P down or you should C up. What's in your control? Cash book. What's in your control? Cash book. What is it? C. What do we do? C up, meaning add. What do we do? Add. So, number 3 is an add item. How much is it? 10,000. That's an easy one. Let us go to fourth one. Cash deposit of 5,450 was recorded as 4,550. So how much is the cash deposit? 5,450. Correct amount. What is the wrong amount? 4,550. Now what has happened? Cash book has been wrongly increased or wrongly decreased? Wrongly decreased. When you deposited 5,450, it should be 5,450. No, in cash book when you are typing 5450, you type 4550. Possible. So I'll see the difference. 4550 minus 4550. That is 900 rupees. So cash book has gone down by 900. Error. So you deposited 5,450. You deposited 5,450. When you deposited 5,450, your passbook increased by 5,450. When you deposited 5,450, your passbook increased by 5,450. Your cash book have also increased by 5,450. I'll repeat. When you deposit 5,450, your passbook increased by 5,450. Your cash book should also increase by 5,450. But what happened? Your cash book only increased by 4,550. Passbook increased by 5,450. Cash book increased by 4,550. It is difference. How much? 900. What is the difference here? 900. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. Either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What is in your control? C. What will I do? Add. How much? 900. Add. How much? 900. Otherwise, C has gone down, so we add it. Cash book has been reduced, no? So increase it. How much? Add 900. Fourth one, 900 addition. So this is a tricky one. This is a little tricky one. Remember that, okay? Fourth one we are done. Cash book has been reduced, so we increase it by 900. Let's go to fifth one. Banker gave wrong credit of rupees 1,000 for checks deposited by someone else. Someone else deposited checks. It should be given to someone else, but they gave wrong credit to us. When they gave wrong credit to us, where is the balance changing? Passbook. What will happen in passbook? Either will it increase or decrease? When they give the wrong credit, our passbook balance will increase. Our passbook balance will increase. By how much? 1,000. Our passbook balance has increased by 1,000. I'll repeat. When the check has been wrongly credited into our account, the check was deposited by someone else into their account. Bank thought it's our check and then gave us credit. When the bank gives us credit, what happens? Our passbook balance increases. Our passbook balance increases. So our passbook balance has increased by 1,000. Our cash book balance is not. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. I'll repeat. Either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. What's in your control? C. What's in your control in this question? C. What do we do? C up. What would you do? C up. Meaning we add. Add how much? 1,000. So fifth one, we should add 1,000. Sir, everything is add only here except for 2. Yeah. So I told you, no, in the previous question what happened was sheer coincidence. Come on, let us go to sixth one. Total of bank column in page 2 of cash book was wrongly increased by 200. So X should have been the amount. What did we do? We took X plus 200. We did plus 200. What happened in page 3? Cash book was wrongly decreased by 500. So we did minus 500. Plus 200 minus 500 means what? Minus 300. So what we did was, firstly we increased it by 200. Then we decreased it by 500. So if we see the collaborative thing, what is happening? 500 is greater, no? 1 is plus, 1 is minus. So we deduct. It will become 300. What is the greater number sign? Minus. So cash book has been wrongly reduced by 300. Cash book has been wrongly reduced by 300. It's like this. You have steps. You have steps, okay? So this is the base step. So what if from here you went 2 steps up? You get that? Then you came 3 steps down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you came 5 steps down. That's it, no? 5 steps down. So where are you now? This is 0. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So where are we? We're in minus 3. Minus 2, minus 1. Plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. So where are we? We're at minus 3. So that's what I'm telling you here. Minus 300. Cash book has been reduced by 300. So what has happened? You took cash book up by 200 and you brought it down by 500. You took cash book up by 200, you brought it down by 500. Passbook is chumma looking at this. What and all natak are you doing? You going down. You get that? So cash book has gone down, passbook is not. Cash book went up by 200, came down by 500. So cash book has gone down by 300. Going down, 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 down. Passbook can't believe what's happening. So what is happening now? Cash book has gone down by 300 in total. So cash book has gone down. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you would have to P down or you would have to C up. I repeat, either you would have to P down or you would have to C. What's in your control? C. What's in your control? C. What will I do? Add. What will I do? Add. How much? 300. Otherwise, look at this error is basically your cash book being reduced by 300. So what do we do? क्या करेंगे? Don't say how करेंगे. Cash book has gone down by 300. We increase it by 300. So add to cash book. How much? 300. So the adjustment number 6. Add to cash book. How much? 300. Done. Okay. Let us go to the last adjustment. I think we have one more. No, 7th one. Yeah. Checks deposit for rupees 5,000 was dishonored. And no entry was made in this regard in cash book. Okay. We deposited a check worth 5,000. We deposited a check worth 5,000. If the check gets honored, passbook balance will increase. Cleared. So what happened? Check got dishonored. Means passbook balance will never increase. Bank note pour the check and then threw it on your face, or bank sent the check back to you. So when that happened, passbook balance has not increased, but cash book balance has increased. I'll repeat: a check is dishonored. A check deposited was dishonored. When you deposit the check, the cash book balance will increase. When the check is honored, passbook will increase. The check is not honored, dishonored, meaning there is no balance in the person's account who gave you the check. That customer who gave the check, no, in his account there is only one column. There is no money. So money can't be deducted. What did they do? That guy didn't pay the money, so the banker threw the check back on your face. The banker threw the check back on your face to reduce your cash book balance. Whatever you increased, you didn't do anything. That's what they were told. No entry was made in this regard in cash book. So when the check was deposited, cash book increased. The check gets cleared. When the check is honored, your passbook will increase. The check was dishonored, means forever and ever, passbook will not increase. Not clear means later it might clear. Dishonored means tried, but it is dishonored. There is no money. Passbook will not increase. Can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you have to P up or you have to C down. Cash book has been increased after the check received. Passbook will not increase because it is dishonoring. So can you see the P? No. In order to see the P, either you have to P up or you have to C down. What's in control? C. Because we're doing case A. What will I do? Bring it down. Minus how much? Minus 500. No, minus 5,000. Minus 5,000. So that is adjustment number 7. What I'll do? I'll deduct 5,000. Yeah, 5,000. That's it. We're done with the entire question, isn't it? Are we left with any part of it? No, some adjustments. This will be 45,000 minus. How about this? This will be 20, 30, 34, 30, 31, 31, 32, 300. I'll check one second. Yes, 32,200. 32,200. Yeah, plus 1,50,000 minus 45,000. That gives us 1,37,200. Always do one quick check, okay? 20 plus 10 plus 900 plus 1,000 plus 300, 32,200 plus 1,50,000 minus 45,000. 1,37,200. What is 1,37,200? That is the balance as per passbook. Okay. Now, without wasting much time, I'll give you time. Quickly copy this. Okay, first I want you to copy the question, then you copy the answer. Here is the question for you. Copy. Yes, I hope you will have finished copying. Copy those blue color writings also next to the question. Like, it will help you when you people are writing at a later stage. Yeah. So we're done with case A. Case B, C, D are there. It will be exactly similar. Once I figured it out, I want you to use your brains a little with respect to the previous one and then write case B, case C, case C and D answers in your material. Yeah. Please do try them as homework. However, I will be disclosing answers to you in the next session. In the next session, when we come to our session number 21, I think it should be 21. Yeah. The next session, what would I be doing is, I would write down the answers for each of the case B, case C, case D. Yeah. So I would do that, but I want to try it before you actually want me to do that. Yeah. So please do that. Don't miss out, and please do study on a regular basis. Studying every damn day is very important. Yeah. So that's the small thing that I want you to do before you come to next session. See you all in the next one with case B, case C, case D on BRS and one more example problem and then ICA material problems. Till then, stay in the game. Bye-bye.